Hi guys, Double here. Today I want to talk to you about the MMORPG lifespan. So let's begin.
Subscribe.
So first thing first, it's the tryout phase. It's the day one. You're bored or you saw an ad of a game, right? And you just say, okay, why not give it a shot? So you download the game, install it, log in, and maybe log in as a guest at first. And you just start. Everything is fresh, everything is new. You're trying to see if this game is anything that you might be interested in playing. If you are hooked, if you gonna come back on day 2. So that's on day 1. And then it's the trial period. Everything is still fresh, exploring new features with level up. You log in every day, you meet some people, you do some dailies, some events, everything is still new, fresh. And this is all also in the first week you start noticing that people that pay have advantage over you. You suddenly do less damage. And it often comes from day 1, but it becomes more noticeable as the time passes, because the gap just goes higher and higher, and there's this one guy that on your server that you just either hate or admire, depends on your stand. And this is the first week. It's still fresh, you give a chance. Maybe you will be able to catch up to him even without paying. But that thought in your mind is already bubbling. Maybe I should pay a bit to get some advantage. This is usually also determines whether you decide to keep playing the game or nah, it's not for me. This first week. Usually people that decide to stay have met cool people that they formed a sort of a group, a daily group with, or a guild, and they feel like they belong in a way. So they keep playing. And if you are somebody like that, you probably decide, okay, I'll give this game a shot. I'll keep playing. This is fun. You're having a lot of activities together, you have social interaction, you keep playing the game just the way it's supposed to be, right? It's an MMORPG, you play it with other people. And this goes from week 1 to about a month or so, where levels come pretty much in a good pace and new things get introduced as you unlock, since a lot of content usually in those MMORPGs are behind level cap, and the repetitiveness of the dailies is not tired yet, but something in the back of your mind say, yo, it's starting to be repetitive. However, you're having time with your friend and chats and bonds and Discord servers and all that, so you don't pay too much attention to it. You keep playing. So what happens after a month? After a month, everything slows down. Level either hard capped or soft capped, and you have to wait 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a week, sometimes 2, depends on the level, right? And everything slows down. And the feeling that you had in the first month, that it's kind of repetitive but you didn't care, start to sink through and starts to frustrate some people. The power gap between you and a paying person also gets bigger, and this is very annoying at times. You feel helpless, and that is not something that people want to feel. So they start thinking about quitting. And if you are in a group of people that start to play together, when one quits, then the other one quits, and they move on, and you feel left out, and then you have to search for a new circle. And it's happening not only in your small group that you do dailies with, it's happening in multiple, and then guild activities goes down, and to the point where guild has to either poach from other players or merge, because in those games, especially in mobile, there is no influx of new players. New players that join the game go on a fresh server. They start on a server above, and if you are playing on server 3 and there are 100 servers, somebody that just downloaded the game and started it wouldn't want to start with people ahead. And when all this is happening, you are fine as long as you have a group you belong to. But once this group quit, motivation to play drops, and eventually you end up thinking either I join another group, and maybe you're lucky and maybe you are that kind of person that gets along with everyone and you just move on. But at the same time, it is sad that people you spent months to playing with are leaving now. And this goes about until week 7, where there are now 2 or 3 dominant guilds with the people that are left on your server, and there's a server marriage coming because the developer is trying to keep it all together. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this 2 months threshold, if you made it so far, you probably either invested a lot of money in it or have another reason to stay, because this cursed 2 months threshold in every MMORPG I played, server had to be merged, friendships that was formed disappeared, because you say you'll keep in touch, but you actually don't, right? And that's basically a lifespan of an MMORPG. And do you agree with me?